Day weekend, as Brad alluded to, is always a huge day for motorsports. Look at that, pulling off the double. Yeah, with
three special graphics.
Ooh, we know we're in for it then. Motorsports, of course, it's huge. The three major series holding major races on the same day. But this year, one driver is trying to make history and do the double.
It's not a cheeseburger, folks.
Dangerous double.
It could be dangerous.
It is dangerous, definitely.
Driving the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte, of course, that's happening on the same day. Sports director Nick Carboni takes a look at Kyle Larson's attempt.
Yeah, in 1992, they started running the Indy 500 and Coke 600 on the very same day. And since then, there have been 10 different attempts at pulling double duty or doing the double. So let's dive into the history of the double, starting with the first man to ever do it on the same day. That's the late, great John Andretti in 1994, top 10 at Indianapolis for John Andretti. Robbie Gordon did this 4 separate times. He had some good finishes, but a lot of these attempts, unfortunately for him, were hampered by weather and car issues. Tony Stewart, by far the best to ever do it, the only driver to run all 1,100 miles in the same day. Top 10 finishes at each track, each time. That's going to be tough to beat. Kurt Busch, the last driver to try this back in 2014, an absolutely memorable and grueling day, getting IVs and hydration in the plane on the way to Charlotte, but a very surprising 6th place finish for Kurt Busch at the Indy 500. So now it is Kyle Larson's turn. We just heard from him at the top of the hour about how he's feeling going into the weekend.
I'm sure when I was really young, I knew what the double was, and I think my love for driving lots of different types of vehicles made me kind of be intrigued about doing something that challenging. Glad that it's going to be able to become a reality and get to do something that only 4 of the drivers have at this point.
Okay, so Tony Stewart and his finishes are going to be tough to beat this weekend, but Kyle Larson's got a good shot at both races. He's won the Coke 600. He's one of the best drivers in NASCAR, and he's starting row 2 on the Indy 500 grid this Sunday on WCNC Charlotte. For WCNC Charlotte, I'm Nick Carboni.